generally irritable live stream. Da, da, da. All right, you guys. I wanted to do a quick check-in today with all the drama that's been going on this week. Add a little bit of insight, my opinion, but also just want to bring a little honesty to the conversation, which I think some of the things that have happened this week, while annoying and irritating and stupid, seem to lack information and truth. So we're going to talk about the Easter Trans Day of can't even say it. We're going to talk about that controversy. We're going to talk a little bit about the drama between Daily Wire and Candace Owens. Are we shocked by this? I'm not. I don't know why anybody else is. Also, you guys, I am working on, I'm getting sound effects on my new sound machine. If there's anything that you think I should have on here, right? We've got this guy. Shoot, I forgot. I have to have different headphones plugged in to use this. Okay. You can tell I'm being a little bit blonde this morning. No offense to my blonde viewers. Okay. Okay, let me check a couple things and make sure you guys can still hear me okay. So if I do that, can you guys still hear me? Can you hear that obnoxious sound? Okay. Let's see. We're going to turn these little Bluetooth guys off. So yeah, bunch of drama, you guys. It's very stupid. This is the thing that is super disappointing to me. Most of all, you guys, we don't have enough conservative media for y'all to be acting like a bunch of ladies. And so, as I said in my tweet, put your skirts down, put the shovels down, stop talking, stop saying things, and just move on, okay? Just move on with your lives and stop trying to destroy each other. Because, for the record, those many of you who watch conservative media, if you watch the Daily Wire as an example, Ben Shapiro is Jewish. Many of the other commentators on the Daily Wire are Christian, former Jews, converted Jews. Maybe they're Messianic. I don't actually know. I don't remember exactly, but I know Klavan is Jewish by nationality and heritage. Because my microphone isn't plugged in. Is that why you can't hear me? I'm a moron. Wow, you guys. It is that kind of morning. Hold on. Pull a little Crowder there since we're talking about Daily Wire. Okay, perfect. Patricia, thank you for commenting. I needed that.
Okay. So since you guys didn't hear my rant just then, I'm going to start over again. Daily Wire's being stupid, and they need to put their shovels and their skirts down and get over it. And by that, I mean everybody else too. We do not have enough conservative media for us to be infighting and acting like a bunch of little real talk. I'm talking to Ben Shapiro, Candace Owens, Steven Crowder. I'm talking to all of you. You're acting like babies. You're acting like the left. Okay? We on the right, we say that we're better than the people on the left, right? Because we're more logical and reasonable, and facts don't care about your feelings. And yet, for the last few months, all we've heard from our conservative commentators is about their feelings. And none of us care. We don't care. Even the Crowder stuff, like, Steven, I'm sorry that you picked a bad wife. Sucks to suck, son. But none of us need all of y'all's drama, okay? Candace, shut up. Ben, shut up. Shut the up. Don't care. Don't care what you have to say. Because now, instead of coming for the news to the people that I used to trust more than the mainstream media, not that you should trust Daily Wire or Steven Crowder or me. You shouldn't trust me any more than you trust anybody else. Why can I hear that? We don't want to hear about your personal lives or your personal beefs. We just don't. And honestly, look, for those of you who are mad at Ben Shapiro, I get it. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I think it just came out. Here's what's funny. He didn't just say this like 5 minutes ago, unless I'm wrong. Maybe he did, but I'm pretty sure that's this clip that's going viral is from an old Joe Rogan interview, if I remember correctly. But where Ben Shapiro said, you know, he's like, I'm Jewish, okay? Jesus is not my Messiah. Jesus, in his opinion, was a revolutionary. He was he was trying to start a revolution against the Romans and got killed for his troubles. That's what Ben Shapiro said, basically. And to him, to a Jew, that makes sense. Jesus is not his Messiah. Jesus was not the Messiah, according to Ben Shapiro. So why would he say anything other than that? That was probably the nicest thing he could have said. He could have, if he wanted to be a jerk, he could have gone off and called him all kinds of names, like blasphemer, or what is it? What, heretic? Right? Like, I mean, you could call him all kinds of, if you're not Christian, you could call Jesus all kinds of names, because he was running around healing people. People thought he was like working with the devil and demons to do these miracles. There were people who thought the early Christians were cannibals because Jesus said, you know, take my body and my blood and drink of it. He didn't really mean eat flesh and blood, but people thought that's what, okay? So, backing up a little bit, you guys. I can't fathom what it would be like if I knew that a country filled with Christians was consistently under attack by a group of terrorists that wanted to murder me, murder my family, and murder anyone who followed my beliefs. I can tell you right now that if there were a terrorist group out there that its sole mission and purpose, stated goal, was to eradicate Christians, I would fervently hate them. And I would want someone to destroy them. I mean, that's the truth. And I think that what we're seeing right now is Jews around the world and in this country having like a PTSD moment around not just the Holocaust, but centuries of persecution. And that's the truth, you guys. I mean, think about it. If we're looking at, if Jesus was born 2020, or excuse me, died 2024 years ago, that means long before that, for thousands of more years, Jewish people, Jews, the Israelites, were slaves, and they were persecuted by the Egyptians and this person and that person. It has been for as long as recorded history that the Jewish people have been persecuted and demonized. I don't know why, but it's not just that they have some that they're controlling, and they everything around the and they are in all of the and they do everything. Okay, I just give me a break. Enough with the cabal nonsense. I don't want to hear it. I just don't. It might even be true, but guess what? There's not anything I can do about it, and it's not an excuse for terrorist groups to try to murder them all over the world. Okay, I'm like going off. I can't even remember what I was going to start this show about, you guys, but I'm so sick of all of it. I understand. I guess my point was, I understand why Ben Shapiro's acting like a nutbag. I probably would too if I were him. I'm not better, and nobody else is. I am very disappointed, though, that Mr. Shapiro does not understand that he has turned into the exact thing that he has said and that he has railed against for as long as I've been watching him. Whether it's his feelings and his emotions around Candace Owens. You guys, have you seen that picture where Ben is under the billboard of Candace Owens that says uncancelable? You have become the exact thing that you say you are fighting against. If liberals and leftists are canceling people for having opinions that are outside of the what is that, Overton window, you're canceled. You guys, it's just so stupid. I can't handle it. It's just not useful. And I think anybody who is taking this opportunity to stir the pot and make it worse also should just shut the up, because you're making it worse. Like, I like Lauren Chen. I like Actual Justice Warrior. Why are you guys having a whole show to talk about the drama around Steven Crowder? Come on, you guys. You're better than that. You're gossiping. Lauren Chen, you call yourself a Christian, and you're gossiping. And I'm not a Candace Owens apologist, for the record, okay? I stopped watching her show after the whole Nicole Arbor incident. When she brought her on her show, jumped her with a bunch of her friends to shame her and wouldn't let her talk. Candace Owens acted like an absolute leftist. I was embarrassed for her. I stopped watching her show, God, what was that, like 2 years ago, a year ago? So I stopped watching her show a long time ago. And I would occasionally catch it here and there. But then the whole thing with Steven Crowder happened. And, oh yeah. Are you joining me today? Yeah. You need some light, babe. Yeah, a darker perspective is literally dark, you guys. Okay, you got to mute your mic. He said attacking Jews is like attacking your cousins. So yeah, I stopped watching Candace a long time ago because the whole Nicole Arbor thing. Then the Crowder thing happened, and she was like, he's a little and I was like, wow. Again, acting like a nasty little leftist. Candace, he's not even talking about you. Shut the up. You are so obnoxious. And then it just started, her show just really started to feel to me a lot like, Maury Povich, conservative Maury Povich. Or, I'm just waiting for the chairs to get thrown and people to start acting like dippity-doos. So if you guys have comments, thank you, Patricia. You're welcome. If you guys have comments, questions, just put them in the chat wherever you're watching. For those of you, if you're watching on Instagram and Rumble, you guys, just so you know, I can't see your comments in my feed. I wish I could. I get Facebook, I get YouTube for sure, and we got to look at Instagram on our phones. Rumble doesn't come through either? No. Does Twitter? I can't remember if Twitter comes through. I don't remember getting comments from Twitter before. So feel free anywhere you're watching or listening, make comments, because we're still trying to figure that out too. This software allows us to add to do live streams out to channels that it doesn't officially connect with. So a little behind the scenes. All right, you ready? Can't wait. I can't mute you myself. You are muted, but it doesn't matter. I muted you, but it still was like doing a thing and echoing. You're making me mad. So okay, what are we doing? Okay, you should be able to hear you now.
I don't know.
There we go.
Cool.
Okay. Can everybody hear us both? So that's my rant, my complaint about Big Con today.
Oh,
did I miss anything?
No, I caught a part of it because I was grabbing a delicious beverage, but I think the part of the issue is that people are becoming the news.
Yeah, I did mention that.
And when it was like Joe Rogan and ivermectin and all that stuff, it was a little different because it was like independent media versus big media.
Yeah.
But this isn't that. This is little media versus little media. This is like that Benny episode with the Young Turks where those two were arguing.
Well, and remember Candace wanted to have on Hillary Crowder to spill the tea. I'm just like, come on. Again, gossip. You are, dude, like,
that's
Ben.
Gossip.
Yo, Ben and Jeremy, bruh, you're making me defend Candace Owens. Please don't. Please don't make me do that. Again, I know you guys love her. She's great in a lot of ways. Don't get me wrong. When she goes to Congress and she's snapping at people and telling them how stupid they are, I love it. What I don't like is when she does that catty shit to her own team. If you can't pull your punches on your own team, you don't deserve to rock with us.
If you're supposed to be the Christians, then the fact that you don't seem to have a lot of grace for your own people, that doesn't mean you don't critique them, don't disagree with them, let anything ride.
Correct.
I'm not saying that. But you should have a level of grace. Like, hey, let's try to fix this issue and move forward amicably.
Because look, Candace, look what happened. You were out there cussing and swearing and calling people bees, and now you're the person on the other side. Like, first Daily Wire was attacking Steven Crowder.
Yes.
They're going to turn their ire on you eventually.
But it's more important that as a Christian, that's supposed to be the hallmark. How you love one another, how you love your own people is supposed to how people who aren't part of the team should go, man, that's really dope. I want to know what's going on over there. If we're acting we talk about the left canceling the left is like you're just giving them things to celebrate now because you're doing exactly what they do. And I think that that's really unfortunate.
Okay. John 13:35. By this, everyone will know that you are my disciples if you love one another. That's the new international version. That it is literally and that I will say honestly, that was what drew me to Christianity in the first place. I got invited into a group of Christians. Oh, I just got goosebumps. I got invited into a group of Christians that were behaving in a way I was unfamiliar with. And I didn't understand. And I saw them loving each other, and they loved me when I was not a believer in a way that I didn't understand. And I was like, these people love me and they're caring for me, even though I'm not one of their team.
Yeah.
And then I would see how they interacted with each other and how they would, maybe argue or disagree. And I was like, I don't see that in the world.
Correct.
And I was attracted to it. I was drawn to it.
Well, here's the thing. Check this out. If you'll brutalize your own, for
Oof.
misstep.
Oh my God, what
would open you up if you were a person from the outside looking in and be like, man, that dude's bashing their sister, their brother, their cousin. How are they going to treat me coming from the outside in? It
Correct.
looks like hypocrisy. Then all your grace, all that stuff goes out the window. And I want to be very careful here. There's a fine line between a legitimate brotherly rebuke
Yes.
or critique meant for repentance and to bring people back into alignment when they're messing up. I got to get at you if you're just wiling
but that
out
doesn't
here and
mean
you're my boy. But here's my thing. If you can't exhibit that clearly, rebuke and repentance versus you're excommunicated and you're out the team. Well, how do you think people who are not on your team, who are doing way worse, how do you think they feel?
That's the perfect example of this. Perfect example of this, Lord Reddick, is Anna Kasparian.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Total lefty. She's been off the rails in the past, in years past.
Yeah.
But I might have even told you guys, part of my walk away story to being a conservative was after watching a debate between Anna Kasparian and Ann Coulter. And everything I had heard about Ann Coulter before was that she was some demon antichrist figure.
Golly.
And then I wasn't familiar with Anna Kasparian or the Young Turks at the time. I was at a Politicon. I think it was the 2017 Politicon in LA. And I heard them debate. And Ann Coulter was making succinct, reasonable arguments. And Anna was insulting and ad hominem attacks. Ann's fans were clapping and polite. Anna's fans were booing and being rude and nasty. And I remember thinking that if I never heard a word either of these women ever said, I could tell which side I was on by the reaction of the crowd. Okay? So I want to be really clear. I'm like trying to paint a picture for you guys. Okay? Anna Kasparian, that is how I used to see her. The whole Kyle Rittenhouse, crossed state lines, right? But here's the deal. I may disagree with Anna Kasparian, but she at least has the chutzpah to admit when she's wrong.
Yeah.
She
has the common sense to try to appeal to people who are not already on her team. Our people are so busy trying to dunk on folks that we're being unappealing.
You're insulting and turning away people who would be on our team because you're being an asshole. Oops, I forgot to mute myself that time. I forgot to mute that time. So she is waking up. And what I mean is we're watching her in real time realize the failure of the ideology that she has been following and espousing. Okay. She's growing up. She's getting older. She's having the experiences many of us have had that have led us to conservatism. And if we're all a bunch of jerks and make fun of her and call her names and just insult her, then why would she ever come to our team?
Yeah. She might as well double down. Because she already knows there's nothing that can happen in her interests by being reasonable. Mm-hmm. And that's what we do all the time. There are people who are maybe leaning left or have the epiphany, and we're just going to continue to dunk all over them. It's like, no, that's not effective.
Yep. Okay, I'm checking Instagram. I was checking Instagram. How does this work? Where do I even go to see live videos on here?
You go to your main page.
I'm on my main page.
You don't see it?
No. Do you see it?
I mean, I'm in your profile, so
I'm in my profile. I just see the videos that have like Serpa is the last one I see. Yo, you guys, take a minute today if you get a chance to go through the videos from America Fest. I believe they're on YouTube in a playlist called TP USA for Turning Point USA. There is a fellow with the last name Serpa who was David Serpa. I believe it's David. He was running for office in California. Dude is so funny.
He's pretty
such a good interview.
I mean,
He was fantastic. He was freaking throwing haymakers. It just happened to be the first one I saw on Instagram. I was trying to see if I saw any chattersons. Oh, look at you. You're so wise.
I know.
You're so wise. You're a magical Negro.
Wow.
Are we going to watch that movie and do a reaction to it?
I really don't want to.
You guys, the whole magical Negro controversy too, like, just so you guys know, it's a movie trope. It is a real thing that, oh, look at us. We're so fancy. Wait, how do I make it stop talking? Okay. Anyway, it's a real movie trope, and it's kind of funny. I joke and I call Benjamin Magical Negro because he's so wise, and he always has so much to offer. So maybe we'll put it in the chat, put in the comments, you guys, if you want to see us do a review of what the heck was the movie called? The Secret American World of Magical
Society
Negroes or something stupid.
Like yeah.
Something dumb. Anyway, okay. I don't want to. What else did I say I was going to talk about today? I don't want to be a liar. Okay. Oh, Trans Day of Visibility, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Aren't you glad you didn't miss this one? Okay, that's what they're saying. Here's what's really funny, you guys. Everybody's all up in arms and mad that they proclaimed Trans Day of Visibility on Easter. You guys, this isn't new. Mm-mm. It's not new. I don't know. Here's why I laughed. This is what I thought was so funny. I was listening to some commentators get all mad. Oh, how dare he do this on Easter? Okay, which yeah, it's bull, but
especially considering he's a Catholic. But,
yeah, especially because he's a Catholic. But here's the thing, you guys. I remember the Trans Day of Visibility last year. Do you know why? Do you want to know why, Benjamin?
Yeah.
Because I remember there was a whole controversy because a bunch of trans people, a bunch of were invited to the White House, and it was a whole thing. And one of them, after like getting their picture taken or doing whatever, flashed the audience. They showed everybody their fake boobies.
Oh, I remember that.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And everybody was like, oh, see, this is why we can't, no decorum. And
showed everybody the plastic mounds.
Yeah, exactly. So I remember the Trans Day of Visibility last year, and I remember it being proclaimed and the whole thing, because I remember that controversy of somebody acting a fool, basically, and ruining it for everyone. Shocker. And we're going to come back to that whole, like, thinking it's cool to flash people and expose yourselves, you guys. We're going to come back to that. But you guys, this day was proclaimed on March 31st, years ago. It's not new. As offended as I am that they had this event on the holiest of holy Christian holidays, I can't really be mad. Okay. Easter moves and changes. Easter could end up on Mother's Day one year. It could end up on freaking, I don't even know. What other holidays are in April? Like, it could end up on any freaking day. Okay, you guys, Easter is like so many days after the equinox or whatever the crap. So it moves. That means now, I mean, if we want to put our tinfoil hats on and play 18D chess, perhaps maybe they said, let's put Trans Visibility Day on a Sunday between March and May so that at some point in the future it will fall on Easter.
Tinfoil hat. Because the simple standard definition of Easter is that it is the first Sunday after the full moon that occurs on or after the spring equinox.
See, what is that even, bruh? Like, how do you even have a holiday like that?
That's a lot.
Bruh, come on. Is that what, Jesus died? Is that why he died the first Sunday after the full moon of the spring equinox? Is that why?
It's not how it.
What other holiday moves around, y'all? None. There's no other holiday that moves around. Okay? So, and I'm a Christian, you guys. This is stupid. This whole controversy is very stupid. And the White House is very stupid. But nobody should be surprised. On Easter, they said, don't put crosses on anything. Don't let the Easter eggs be religious. No religious, limit the amount of religious blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, bruh, Easter. Okay, hold on. You guys ready? How many Americans, including the Biden administration, do you think believe Easter is about rabbits? What do you think? How many people do you think it's about rabbits and eggs and candy and not the fact that Jesus died and rose from the grave?
Yeah.
There is no point in having an Easter celebration if you're not celebrating Jesus.
Well, I mean, there's other arguments made about this. Christians supplanted another religion. What is it? Ashtar, whatever.
Okay, whatever. Are you that kind of whatever? Are you a pagan?
Yeah, they are.
But that's I don't care. If you're not that other religion or you're not that kind of pagan.
What I'm saying.
Oh, brother, here we go.
But they are pagan. It's like celebrating Christmas and not being Christian. Like you're not celebrating the
holiday
solstice or whatever the crap, nor are you celebrating the concept of Jesus.
Okay, well then there's no point. Then there's no point in celebrating.
You're saying is there's no point for people to get days off and party.
Absolutely not.
That is not how humans work.
I mean, I hear you. I hear what you're saying, but if for that case, then just pick 2 other days.
They're not.
Pick some other days.
People already celebrated those days. It's built into the cultures.
Okay, well then now we have cultural appropriation. American freaking agnostic atheists have commandeered Christmas and Easter.
Well, depending
for
on
their ridiculousness.
Depending on the literature that you read, Christians.
I know that's what I know. I heard you. The words are English and they make sense in the hearing of them.
Yeah, but
that's still stupid.
I think it's kind of a waste of time, but it's convenient.
So they commandeered it and now they've commandeered it back again? Okay.
I guess.
Still stupid.
Depending on who you
put your freaking
believe.
Eggs away. Put your baskets away. It's pointless. Okay. The Easter bunny is not a real thing. And it ain't got nothing to do with Jesus.
And rabbits don't lay eggs. What is this?
I don't understand. You guys, I'm made of questions. Okay. All right. It's very stupid. So yeah. As much as I want to be irritated, you guys, this was not new. The proclamation was not new. This Trans Visibility Day has been there for years. So everybody being all, everybody hyperventilating and clutching their pearls. Just shut up. Again, just shut up. You're whipping up, you're frothing people up into anger for what purpose? Here's the deal. You can say it's Trans Visibility Day, but don't lie and act like it was proclaimed on this day separate from other things.
But most people don't know that.
Yeah, but that's good. What was the first thing I said? What was the first thing I said when it came up? I said, okay, when was the first year it was proclaimed? Yeah. How long has this been? As soon as I heard that there was a controversy, my first question was, how long has this been going on?
Yeah. But you're a reasonable, news-oriented person who understands just because one proclamation was made doesn't mean other ones weren't made. The average person hears Joe Biden proclaims this to be Trans Visibility Day.
Well, as if it's an intentional attack on Christianity.
So what happens is that people, when they hear that, are automatically going to go, "Oh, I can't believe he's doing that." Jump to conclusions and turn into a thing.
Yeah, that's not good. So these people are being dishonest.
I mean, yes,
the commentators are being dishonest.
You think the media is being misleading with their titles?
Again, our team. Yeah. You guys, we're supposed to be better. The right wing is supposed to be better.
Oh, no.
Stop frothing people up with lies. You can be irritated enough as you want to be by the truth. You don't have to make things up or be hyperbolic. The truth is bad enough.
But the truth doesn't always get you clicks, though. You're going for maximum clickage.
You know what they can do with their clickage?
No.
It's stuff that I can't say. Things I'm not supposed
I'm fine with that.
Okay, what else was on the list? Oh, you guys. Oh, we'll get back to the sexual assault thing.
Oh.
Because we were talking about the Trans Day of Visibility, you guys, and how that person, I don't remember their name, and it doesn't matter how they flashed people.
Oh.
We were having this conversation a couple days ago, and so I want you guys to comment and tell me what you think. Words are violence, according to the left. So I'm trying to use leftist logic here. Okay. So I want you guys to be patient, track with me all the way to the end. So you've got these trans people who think that they can just flash you, flash cameras, and that's okay. We've got the drag queen story hour where they're doing their little dances. You have everybody who wants to tell you that they're gay, lesbian, bisexual, demi doodad, doodah day. They've got a little name. Yeah, they've got a little name for how they like to have sex. They tell you, "Oh, I'm a top, I'm a bottom." It's all like, and some of it is implicated in the terms that they use to explain their sexual preference. And so, I am of the belief that people speaking that way are sexually assaulting me. I feel sexually assaulted. I feel violated by this because in having to explain to me how you prefer to have it, by insisting on telling me who you want to have sex with and how you like to have sex, you are then implanting a visual in my mind of you having sex with another person.
Yeah.
Therefore, ergo, you have sexually assaulted me.
I mean, that's a position you can take.
Words are violence. If words are violence and they use words to impose upon me their sexual preferences, what else would you call that?
Some will call it a good time. Not me, of course.
Some call them groomers.
I mean, I would probably lean towards the term
grooming.
Harassment more than assault.
But remember, words are violence, Benjamin. See, you need to. You're still using that reasonable person idea that we have in our legal system. Okay, put the reasonable person aside, right? Because words are violence. So if words are violence, then words are assault, and therefore you telling me how you like to have sex is sexually assaulting me.
Okay.
Comment below, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Am I wrong? Where am I wrong?
Let us know if that's accurate.
How am I wrong? How am I wrong? Where am I wrong? I want to know. I want to know. I'm workshopping this. I'm figuring out the best way to talk about it, but I really feel that way. And I, we were joking yesterday when it came up, and I said it. But I actually kind of feel that way. I don't need to know about your sex life.
I am very annoyed to know so much about people's sexual preference and genitalia. This is where I think there's a major difference between LGBTQ and like when it comes to things like race issues and stuff. I can't do much about the color of my skin when I'm out in public. So you just know what it is.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to do something with that if you have an energy about this royal chocolate. But you don't have to know how I get down in the bedroom and who I get down in the bedroom with. You do not need to know that. And it does not come up. It does never come up in conversation when I meet somebody.
Well, and this is,
unless I was hitting on a girl or being hit on by a girl or a very confused man that thought that that's what was going down over here. I mean,
you are very pretty, honey.
Thank you. I don't.
I can see why anybody would.
Handsome.
I can see why anybody would want to hit on you.
Rugged.
Male, female.
But it has happened.
Babies. Oh wait, that's a baby. No, I take that
There
back.
have been some aggressive
people,
gentlemen of the other persuasion, and I'm like, yo, we just don't.
I mean, you were in a gay bar, for the record.
What are you talking about?
Wasn't it when we were at Gas Can Harry's or what?
What
oil
you don't
can?
need to give anybody any business, but what are you talking about? You act like we're sponsored by them. What's going on there?
Wasn't it when we were out dancing one night and some guy tried to hit on you? Wasn't it there? I mean, we were at a gay bar.
I don't remember, but it's been plenty of times that had nothing to do with a gay bar at all. People who've I've had dudes at work who I knew what they were trying to do. Like, bro, look.
No, and it's
just not that. It's not the business. But the point is, outside of those moments, why do you need to know?
You don't.
How I get down. And I don't want to. I think who you slide your erect penis into is the least interesting thing about you.
Why did you warn me? I could have.
None of that was bleepable.
I think that, I don't.
Nope. Those are all words in the dictionary. None of those are swear words.
I don't know.
But the point is, it's the least interesting thing about you.
Mm.
It's the least. And I thought in civilized company, we weren't supposed to be having conversations like that.
Here's what I do know. Nobody cares about decorum anymore. And apparently we're supposed to be having all kinds of conversations about sex and things that are inappropriate, especially according to Vermont libraries.
Wow.
Yeah. So let's see what Vermont Daily Chronicle has to say today, you guys. So per usual, Vermont's lost its ever-loving mind. Okay.
Of course.
Shocker. Shocker. So bill protects children from their parents.
What?
Yeah. So the bill is to protect patrons 12 and up from having their library records disclosed to their parents or guardians.
Huh.
Now, this is because, of course, if you're gay or queer or whatever the cool word is now that we're calling it these days, and you're reading books about it, we don't want your parents to know.
That's wild.
Again, grooming, whatever. Okay, groomer. But here's the deal. It's not just kids struggling with sexuality. What if they're looking at school shootings, how to make bombs, how to hurt people, suicide, fill in the blank. I should have bleeped all of those, you guys, because of YouTube, freaking YouTube speak.
Yep.
So that means it, again, just like not telling parents if a child identifies as trans, that child is now in a demographic that is a 50% suicidality rate. And you're not going to tell the parents?
Of course not.
They're now way more likely to kill themselves. And you don't think that the parents should be warned about that?
Here's something that's interesting about that. Like, what does it mean to be a parent now?
Oh, wow. That's an interesting question.
I thought that you were responsible for this other human being.
Mm.
And when I hear things like this, it sounds like you're not responsible for them. They're responsible for themselves, and so is the state.
Mm.
So just like you said, that kid could be looking up how to poison something. There may be things that you as a parent told them not to look at home. And now the government is saying, oh, don't worry about that. We got your back. Small child. Do what you want in our presence. All right. That makes sense.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I really want to go through some more of the Daily Chronicle stuff, but I think I'm going to save it because we've already been talking for 45 minutes.
45.
There's some of these I want to dig into a little bit more. That's why. It's not just, the headlines aren't just stupid. I mean, they are, but I just think that, when we see things, you guys, like, better philanthropy, yeah, like lawmakers, governor making noise. You guys, they passed a budget that is going to require tax increases in Vermont. And I want to be really clear. I don't remember the exact number, but when I was running for Congress in 2022, I did know it. More than half, I don't remember the exact number. If I recall, it's something like 60% or more, but I don't want to be a liar. Okay. But it's look upable. Look upable. That was terrible English. But I like to make up words. So, more than half of the people in Vermont are not working and contributing to the labor force. Okay. More than half of Vermonters are either under the age of majority. So when I say majority, what I mean is under the age of 16, basically when they can go to work, and over the age of 65 when people are retiring. So there are more people not of working age, not contributing to the economy than there are contributing. Further, more than half, another very high number, more than 50%, are not working, not contributing, and further are on some kind of welfare. They're either collecting Social Security or they're on straight up welfare, and they don't have a job at all. So those people are really not contributing. And I'm not trying to, my older folks who are on Social Security, I'm not trying to dog you out. I'm not trying to insult you here. But you are not, when I say you're not contributing to the economy, what I mean is you are not creating a thing that can be bought or sold. You are strictly a consumer because you are getting money and you are spending it on, your mortgage, your groceries, whatever you're spending it on. But you are strictly a consumer. Welfare folks, strictly a consumer. Children under the age of 16 who are not working, unless you're on a farm. Anyway, strictly consumers. You are not contributing to the economic output of the state. It is one of the most depressed states in the country. Worst place to have a business. Voted one of the worst places by every economic, whatever strategist person publication there is. It is absolutely one of the worst places to be. And then these absolute morons, trust fund kids from Jersey and Connecticut, New York, all you idiots that moved up to Vermont and decided to try to turn it into some socialist utopia. You know what you forgot? You actually need businesses. You need businesses who produce things and make income. When you drive them all out because the taxes are outrageous, there are even less people to contribute to your socialist utopia. Morons.
They're not morons.
No, I actually think the Vermont legislature is a bunch of morons.
Why?
Because they literally will do things that are antithetical, counterproductive to their own missions.
No, they're not. They're in power. They get votes. And you get federal money. And it's all fine.
So they're evil. They're evil or they're morons. It cannot be both.
I don't think
or
evil,
neither.
I don't use the word evil for this. I think of it as you're hyper self-interested and group interested. And your group is getting exactly what your group wants.
And you don't care about anybody else.
Fine.
Here's the thing, though. But they're bad people. You're bad people.
I don't even need to say that. I will say that you're bad governors. You're not good at leading and managing. I don't have to attack your morals. What you're doing is not long-term sustainable. They might think it is. They might think you just have to go through the rough patch to get things going. It's bad math.
No, they're taxing people's Social Security.
Yeah.
And raising property taxes on people with fixed incomes.
Sure.
They literally, when I say moron, I'm thinking about people like the Burlington School Board.
Okay.
They can't do math.
They don't have to do math.
No, exactly. They don't care to do math. It does not occur to them that the people of Burlington and the people of Vermont cannot afford a $300 million high school.
See, I think that's where you're wrong. You're moving forward with a lack mindset.
Oh my God. You are trolling me right now.
These people are
You
dedicated to the
right
concept of
Oh
abundance.
my God. Wait, where's the mute button? You said that people should use their mute buttons more when people are talking wild. Gonna use my mute button.
I'm kind of half joking, but I'm serious.
Yeah.
They believe that there is an unlimited supply of money out there and it just needs to be redirected and things will be fine.
Yeah.
So they think eventually, probably, that this is going to work out and people will just change the way they do things to fit into this socialist utopia. We know that's not how that works, but that's not how these people think.
Yeah. Well, and that's, you've got folks like Letitia James and Fonnie Willis, who are really interesting characters and kind of helping to expose, the further, like, just who is running our country and who is running things, right? Mm-hmm. So we're talking about, are the Vermont legislators stupid, moronic? Are they evil? Are they just self-interest? What are they? And then you have characters like Letitia James. You have characters like Fonnie Willis. These people who were elected originally talking about things like how the justice system is unfair. And in a lot of ways, I agree with them. I have been the perpetrator of a crime. I have been the victim of a crime. I have been through the legal system on both sides. I have family that have been through the legal system on both sides. And there definitely is a truth to the notion that the law, you are not treated the same under the law if you are rich or if you are poor. Okay. So this is an argument that, Black people have been making, particularly poor people have been making, that there are two tiers of justice. One for the people who can afford high-priced, fancy lawyers, and then those of us who get stuck with public defenders. And the outcome is different, and we know that. And so, interestingly enough, I have also been a proponent of criminal justice reform. There's a lot wrong with our justice system. I don't think that they should be making it so, like, murderers and rapists don't go to jail. I don't agree with any of that. I think if you're a violent criminal, you should go to jail. You burn chicken, you go to jail. You pull the sweater, you go to jail. Okay? So if that's so, if we believe that, if we know that there are problems with the justice system, wouldn't you want to behave in a way that would at least give the appearance of credibility? Wouldn't you want to give the appearance of an unbiased judicial system? Wouldn't you want to demonstrate the thing that you say is wrong? What is it? Be the change you want to see. Be the change. Change. Okay? And yet, these two AGs in particular are actually demonstrating the opposite. They're showing you. They are with a giant magnifying glass and a spotlight showing you just how corrupt our judicial system is. Now, I am not a Trump apologist. I know a lot of my viewers, a lot of my fans are big Trump fans. I get it. I thought he was a good president. There was a lot he did well. There was a lot I disagree with and a lot that I'm not okay with. He is, to me, just like any other figure in history, there's good and there is bad, but I'm telling you, he is not the second coming of Jesus. And anybody telling you that he is
wild.
I mean, here's the thing is people have been dogged out, lied to, lied about, and dragged for so long that they're willing to accept anybody who comes along to defend them. It almost feels like battered wife syndrome. Like, oh, we've been so abused by the left that we're going to accept this guy who's kind of, anyway, I'm sorry. I'm probably going to lose a bunch of followers and viewers for that, but I don't care. I had to run my 2022 congressional campaign against Donald Trump, not against the Democrat and the progressive I was running against. And I'm sick of it. And I understand why people are supporting him. They see that he is being treated poorly by the judicial system, and they're raising him up and defending him. So Letitia James, I mean, this woman, if you guys listen to her, honey, can you see if you can find the clip? I don't know if we have time to play it or not, but where she was like, she talks like this, and she says things like, we will, and if he cannot pay it, we will seize his assets. Like, it's fine.
I will see if I can find
this broad. Did you take yourself out of the feed on purpose?
Yeah, I was looking for something.
Okay, so you want me to keep you out?
Yes, go.
So this person is literally telling you that she is doing something wrong. Same with Fani Willis. Again, love Trump, hate Trump, think he's a crook, don't think he's a crook. You can't just bring charges against people and then start taking their stuff. It's wrong. And so we're seeing these two women in particular, but it's not just them, right? The Sarah George, the attorney, not attorney general, district attorney for Chittenden County, all of these leftist DAs that have been elected, they are actually creating the two-tier justice system that they say they wanted to be elected to fix. They're deepening it, they're making it worse, and they're actually exposing it. They're exposing that you can just get elected to office, or you can just get into a position and screw people over. I mean, that's literally all it takes. Not all of these prosecutor or whatever, these are not all elected positions, but you have sick, psychopathic sociopaths like Letitia James in all of these positions. And then we wonder why people are not treated well. We wonder why we hear all of the stories. So these two black women in particular are literally the antithesis of what they say is wrong with the judicial system. Mm-hmm. And I wonder if they realize that. I wonder if they realize that they are the embodiment of the corruption in our judicial system.
Why would they think that?
What do you mean?
Of course they don't realize that.
You have to.
Nobody thinks that they're the problem. What are you talking about?
You don't think that Letitia James or Fani Willis know that they're like breaking the law, committing fraud, being crappy?
I don't think they care. And listen to her talk while she says it.
If it means seizing some of his assets.
We are prepared to make sure that the judgment is paid to New Yorkers. And yes, I look at 40 Wall Street each and every day.
Trump's rival Nikki Haley says that legal drama is all the more reason for...
Says it like this. I look at Trump Plaza every single day. Are you freaking, are we watching Gone from the Wind? Why are you, first of all, why are you talking like that?
I'm verklempt. I do declare.
And everyone knows that this is not a crime. He did not commit a crime. He did exactly what all real estate developers do. I mean, literally.
Apparently he did what Jon Stewart did.
What Jon Stewart did. We did it. We wanted to make sure we got the maximum appraisal for when we sell it.
We don't have to pull ourselves into this.
Whatever. It's everybody does the same damn thing. It's acting like everybody's different. You want the lowest possible valuation for taxes.
This is Erica.
I didn't commit fraud. It was an appraisal. I paid for an appraisal, and those people have ethics crap they have to follow, and whatever. So they can't lie. My appraisal on my house was legitimate by a person I paid who was not a person who was required to do me a favor. But you think I'm going to call the city and be like, hey, you only have my house appraised at this, but somebody said it's more. Can I please pay more in property? We were already paying freaking 30% of our income in taxes. It's a slight exaggeration. Only slight. Okay, you guys. What else did I say? I think we covered everything. So I want you guys to comment for real. What do you think about people forcing you to listen to their sexuality? That's actually sexual assault. I want to hear your thoughts below. Definitely make sure you like, share, and subscribe on whatever platform you're watching. We do sometimes do special episodes on Twitter and Rumble. Those are the free speech platforms where we can actually say whatever we want and not worry about it. Oh, hey Harvey, I just saw your comment. Hey Harvey, what's up, my man? Like, share, subscribe. Go buy our book. If you want to support the channel, support the cause, go to Amazon.com, buy your copy of Reasons to Trust the Government. Let's see.
So who are our current patrons right now?
Keisha and
let's highlight some of our top patrons, because thank you, because you're the people, you know, there's levels of support here. Level 1, obviously, watching at all when we go live, commenting, liking the videos, sharing, all that's level 1. Level 2, subscribe. We don't care if it's $1, $5, $10. We have a subscribe star to help us do this, and things like when we went to the border, we needed additional funds to go down there and make that content for you.
Yep.
So we can do some first-hand reporting, the unfiltered, unvarnished truth that we could get for y'all.
Yes.
Apparently that was very helpful to a lot of people.
Yes.
So that's subscribe star.
Yep.
And then we have merch, cups, mugs, generally irritable mugs, book, which is meant for the instruction of your youth.
Meant for the instruction of your family and friends.
Yeah. And to sit on your coffee table in a place of high honor.
Look at how pretty this is.
And create conversations about the government and whether they can or cannot be trusted.
Because, ladies and gentlemen, we know that they can't. They're garbage and crap. So that's the truth.
So commenting on videos like this, very helpful. Like, sharing, subscribing, all very helpful. It gets us around algorithms that don't necessarily want to promote free speech, independence, moderation. Because think about it. If we don't engage, and the only videos that get engagement, likes, comments are the super salacious ones.
That's
the only ones people comment on, only ones they share. Well, how do you think that looks? I'm looking at somebody on Twitter right now, our friend, and he's saying, why do Christians hate Jews? And somebody basically told him to go outside and touch grass. Because, I mean, Erica's host, Robert Chernin, he's Jewish.
Yeah.
Many of the guests are Jewish. Never had a problem. Other hosts, Catholic. Erica's born again Christian. No issues.
Yep.
No issues. So the problem is that individual is seeing the radicalized, hyper partisan stuff online and not seeing that most people don't have that kind of energy. So,
speaking of energy, we got to get some energy ready to for our next show, you guys. We help produce a show called Of the People with Robert Chernin, host Robert Chernin. Check that out. We go live at 11:45 Central, 12:45 Eastern, again on all of the socials. And we got to go because I got to see what Melissa's got going on over at the venue for tomorrow. Ooh wee.
Hey, Sue, appreciate you.
I love you, Sue Seymour. We love you too. We miss you
people.
guys at home. We miss you guys in Vermont.
We'll make a visit. Find a reason to come up there.
Yep, my sister asked me if we were coming to visit this summer, so we're probably gonna figure something out. But again, see you guys Thursday. And you know what? We're gonna close with the commercial for the book. Let's do it.
Let's rock.
This book will give you wings.
What kind of wings?
Not like Icarus wings, like eagle's wings.
What about dragons?
You'll have dragon's blood. You'll be able to breathe fire.
Fire like the Ultra Eagle Dragon.
This book will make you smarter.
Yes.
I'm not just talking honor roll smart. I'm talking Nikola Tesla smart. You'll be so good looking, Brad Pitt will be jealous.
Do you want to make money?
How much money?
Elon Musk money.
That's a lot of money.
People will think you're Elon Musk, but you're not Elon Musk. But they'll think you're Elon Musk
because you pay taxes like Elon Musk.
And you have to argue with Elizabeth Warren because she thinks you're Elon Musk. Do you want freedom?
How much freedom?
All the freedom. One to America. How much freedom do you want?
America.
Double America. Yeah.